Welcome. Reading Goodnight Stories with Bored Grandma. Hello, grandchildren. Grandma here. Are you ready for bed? Did you brush your teeth? If so, then here we go. Tonight I'm going to read to you fairy tales and fables. This book belongs to Elizabeth H. Little Eva. Oh dear me, sighed little Eva one fine morning. I am tired of being a little girl. I wish I could be something else. Well, said the voice near her, what would you like to be? Eva looked about in surprise. She saw no one, but the voice repeated the words, what would you like to be? Just to see what would happen, Eva spoke up and said, I would like to be a rosebud. The words were hardly out of her mouth before she felt her skirt twisting close around her body in a very queer way. When she touched it, she found it was not cloth any longer. It was made of rose leaves. She looked down at her feet. They seemed to be turning green, and her legs had funny little sharp things on them. The next moment, Eva knew she was a rosebud. She was growing on a bush in the garden. Wind swayed her gently back and forth. It was charming. Although she was a rosebud, she knew everything that went on around her. Suddenly, she saw a lovely fairy bending over her. Ah, said the fairy.
This rose petal is filled with dew. First I will drink the dew, then I will eat the tender end of the bud for breakfast.
Don't, cried Eva. If you do, you will eat my head. The fairy began to laugh. Please make me something else quick, cried Eva. Change me into a bird. Before Eva knew how it happened, she was hopping about among the daisies as a bird. This is great fun, she cried, but I'm hungry. Oh, said the voice beside her. Then I'll feed you. In front of her stood a tiny elf, holding a worm in his hand. Eva looked around, hoping to see a friendly face, but the only face she saw were those of some green apple in a tree. I won't eat that worm, she cried. I'm not a real bird. I'm a... Just then the sky grew dark. The wind blew fiercely. Eva put her hands to her head, frightened, yet glad to find that she had hands and head, that she was not a bird. Why, it's raining hard, she said. Where have I been? I must have fallen asleep under the apple tree. And then Eva ran into the house as fast as she could go to tell her strange dream to her mother. And oh, mother, she cried, I've decided that I would rather be a little girl than anything else in the world. Please like and subscribe. The end. Now off to dreamland you go.